Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope everyone's doing well. Today's session is on Hindu reading comprehension and unfortunately I forgot to send the links to everyone. So yeah, कभी-कभी ऐसा हो जाता है. So I'll send the links right away and in the meantime we can get started with our announcements also फटाफट. तो अपने पास announcements तो बहुत सारे हैं ही. So शुरू कर देते हैं. Remember to use AbhiCat Live to subscribe to Unacademy, guys, and get your 10% off. Also, guys, हमारा Telegram channel available है Unacademy पे. All you have to do is find this short link called AbhiCat, and it will take you to a channel called VARC 99.99 Abhilasha, which is my Telegram channel, and you can connect with me on this. Okay? So ये चैनल आप कनेक्ट कर सकते हो मेरे से और मेरे को कनेक्ट करके मैसेज कर सकते हो. वैसे you should also follow me on the Unacademy community where I will give you lots of updates. Guys, these are the announcements for today. एम बैच है CAT-22 के लिए 6th को स्टार्ट हुआ है. Decode VRC एक बढ़िया सा टेस्ट होने वाला है हमारी प्यारी प्यारी शबाना मैम का, जिसको तुम लोग ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. The wait is finally over. There's a big surprise, guys. Oh my goodness. There is a big surprise. And I'm not telling. It's coming soon. Stay tuned. And it's not a new center, trust me. New center तो खुल ही रहा है जयपुर में. Next experience center खुल रहा है जिसका 9th और 10th को आप जाके visit कर सकते हो. But you can only do it with the registration. So right away register for the visiting the new center. But that's not the surprise. The surprise is something else, guys. तो surprise का मजा लेने के लिए भी आ सकते हो फटाफट. मैं अपडेट करूंगी एंड वी विल डू दिस. उफ, टेलीग्राम पे भी मैसेज चला गया है ना. प्लस सब्सक्रिप्शन फॉर MBA एस्पिरेंट्स, गाइस. प्लस सब्सक्रिप्शन की फीस लाइक आई टोल्ड यू, पहले ही बोल रही थी अप्रैल में बढ़ जाएगी, थोड़ी सी बढ़ ही गई है. 12 महीने का कोर्स अब 2067 EMI पे पड़ेगा, यानी पर मंथ प्राइस 2067 है. 2 ईयर का कोर्स हमारा 1500 है. गाइज वैसे तो इतना बुरा भी नहीं है कि भाई 1500 रुपये 2 पिज्ज़ा होते हैं. 2-2.5 पिज्ज़ा मत खाना, एक बार पिज्ज़ा आउटिंग मत जाना. सब्सक्राइब कर लेना, अपनी ज़िंदगी बनाना. सो येस, ऑल्सो इसके ऊपर आप अभी कैट लाइव यूज़ करोगे तो 10% ऑफ भी मिलेगा. तो यानी आप 1200-1300 पे आ जाओगे, मतलब 150 रुपये ऑफ हो गए ना. मोटा मोटा मैथ्स मेरी खराब है. सो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब. ऑल्सो गाइज आवर आइकॉनिक कोर्सेज आर अवेलेबल. आइकॉनिक में क्या है कि आपको फ़ायदा है कि आप प्लस के तो सारे बेनिफिट्स ले ही रहे हो. उसके अलावा यू आर गेटिंग 1-to-1 लाइव डाउट्स, यू आर गेटिंग 1-to-1 लाइव कॉन्सेप्ट्स एंड यू आर गेटिंग 1-to-1 लाइव मेंटोरशिप ऑल्सो. एंड ऑल ऑफ दिस एट अ स्लॉट ऑफ योर कन्वीनियंस. तो आप 7 डेज के अंदर एक स्लॉट बुक कर सकते हैं, मर्जी का स्लॉट लीजिए और सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. So that's that wonderful things happening on Iconic. All right, CAT Unacademy Ask a Doubt feature is now available on our website also and the app. You can ask up to 3 doubts. You can get solutions in your preferred language and you can request a review also. Click, crop and submit your doubts, guys, right away. All right, ये आ गया हमारे आज के words जिनको हम discuss करेंगे. अरमान, सभी लोग खाते हैं पिज्ज़ा? ऐसा तो नहीं है कि कोई पिज्ज़ा नहीं खाता. चलो पिज्ज़ा मत खाना, बिरयानी मत खाना 2-3 बार, 4 बार, 3 बार बिरयानी मत खाओ, चलेगा. Alright, non-aligned, something that is unbiased, that is not aligned with any of the axis. जब इंडिया फ्री हुआ था तो हमने डिसाइड किया था कि हम नॉन अलाइंड रहेंगे. ना हम ईस्ट के साथ एसोसिएट करेंगे, ना हम वेस्ट के साथ करेंगे. हम अपनी पॉलिसीज बनाएंगे. सो इंडिया इज स्टिल अ नॉन अलाइंड नेशन. We do not ally with this or that axis. Reconsider, of course, means to rethink, to re-envision, to review whatever your position is. Evident, of course, means something that can be seen, that is visible. So it is evident that India has strong ties with Russia. It is very evident. Regime, of course, means rule. तो आपकी hegemony है, आपका rule है. मैं लिख रही हूँ hegemony. आपकी सुजरेनिटी है. बड़ा प्यारा वर्ड है, देखो कितने अच्छे अच्छे वर्ड्स हैं. सुजरेनिटी आपका राज है. Okay, that's your regime. Abstain means to stay away from, deliberately not participate in something, not vote in something. Yes, generally abstain मतलब होता है आप वोट नहीं कर रहे हैं. Subvert of course undermine करना. Sub मतलब होता है नीचे, vert मतलब turn होता है, तो आप नीचे से जाके turn कर देते हैं. That means आप किसी चीज को undermine कर रहे हैं या weaken कर रहे हैं. बट ये वीकनिंग सामने सामने से नहीं है, छुप के हो रही है, एंड दैट इज वाई सबवर्ट कह रहे हैं हम. अगर सामने से हो रही होती तो आप वीकेन ही कह देते, बट बिकॉज वी आर डूइंग इट सीक्रेटली, यू नो, इन अ हिडन मैनर, देयरफॉर वी आर सेइंग सबवर्ट और अंडरमाइन. ओके, आई होप यू गॉट दीज वर्ड्स. 6 वर्ड्स हैं बस आज. नॉन अलाइंड, रिकंसिडर, एविडेंट, regime, abstained and subvert. In the middle, on India's role in Russia-Ukraine crisis, and that's going to be our article for the day, that India बीच में है रशिया और यूक्रेन के, और इंडिया क्या रोल प्ले कर सकता है. 40 days into the war in Ukraine, it's been 40 days, imagine. India's role appears to be more relevant than other countries may have expected, evident from the stream of dignitaries from overseas over the past 2 weeks. So it is very evident कि क्या सीन चल रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, कैसा हो रहा है. Most were from countries that are a part of the US and EU-led sanctions regime against Russia. So इतने सारे dignitaries आ रहे हैं और उससे पता चल जा रहा है कि ये जो countries हैं ये बहुत interested हैं in talking to India. Their messages were three-pronged. So they had 3 messages that they were delivering. Asking India to change its vote at the UN. So we want India to change our vote, where it has abstained from all resolutions critical of Russia's invasion. So we have abstained till now. We have not voted against Russia. We have not voted for Russia also. We have just not voted. So everybody is asking India to change the vote. To request that India not accelerate its purchases of Russian oil being offered at discount. Now Russia is offering its oil at a discount to India. So they want India not to purchase the oil. And we want to purchase the oil. भाई इतने महंगे oil मिल रहा है इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में, आज 110 रुपए का हो गया है, क्यों नहीं चाहेंगे हम कि सस्ता तेल मिल जाए. And to discourage India from using the rupee ruble national currency based payment mechanisms that could subvert backfilling sanctions. So everybody wants India not to get into the rupee ruble direct exchange. Instead they want us to use the dollar exchange, जहाँ पहले डॉलर खरीदेंगे फिर रूबल खरीदेंगे और फिर वो सारा खेल करेंगे. So they want India not to get into the rupee ruble exchange. The messages got sharper and more public as it became clear that in New Delhi would also host Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, and officials from the West hoped to turn India's position to their side. So when the world understood that we are still hosting the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, that means there are talks going on between India and Russia, and the Western world wanted to turn India's position. So everybody is now focusing on India. However, the red carpet welcome he received, including a cordial meeting with the Prime Minister. So he got a great welcome, he got a meeting with the Prime Minister. It appeared to make it clear that New Delhi is not amenable to the pressure. So apparently it is clear that New Delhi is not bowing to the pressure. Amenable means agreeable, right? So is New Delhi agreeable to the Western world's pressure? Not really. We have our own policies, our own economy to think of, and we are going to be doing it our way. The External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and the Finance Minister also reinforced the position of the Indian national interest, given that European countries have yet to curtail oil intakes from Russia. Now that's very funny. Here is irony. Guys, हम लोग बात करते हैं ना कि irony क्या होती है. तो देखो ये irony है कि आप खुद रशिया से तेल ले रहे हैं, लेकिन आप चाहते हैं कि हम ना ले. You understand? European countries are taking oil from Russia. धकाधक. तो भाई पहले खुद लेना बंद करो ना, फिर हमें मना करो. हमें मना कर रहे हो कि हम महंगा ऑयल खरीदे वेस्टर्न वर्ल्ड से, लेकिन जो हमें सस्ते में दे रहा है उससे नहीं लेंगे, ये उनसे लेंगे. So here lies irony. A person who is doing the exact opposite of what he is telling you to do, or a country doing the exact opposite of what he is telling you to do. So that's irony here, guys. Okay, तो जब हम लोग अक्सर बात करते हैं ना अपने ऑप्शंस में irony लिखी होती है and we don't understand what exactly is irony. So this, boys and girls, is exactly what irony is. You understand? I hope now that आप कह कुछ रहे हैं और कर उसका exact उल्टा रहे हैं. So it is likely that the US will make another attempt to dash the government off its chosen course. So अभी एक possibility ये है कि US will try to, distract India from its path, right? When Mr. Jaishankar and Defense Minister Rajnath Singh visit Washington for the 2+2 meeting. So अभी एक 2+2 meeting होने वाली है Washington में, और जैसे ही as Jaishankar and Rajnath Singh will go there, वो जो 2+2 meetings के लिए वहाँ पे immediately Washington will start pressurizing India, where a possible waiver of CAT-alyst sanctions against India for the purchase of the Russian S-400 systems will also be discussed. Now, US has this CAT-alyst, ठीक है, जो sanctions होते हैं if you buy weapons from other countries or let's say from Russia, उन्होंने ये sanctions लगा रखे हैं. इंडिया ने अपना S-400 मिसाइल डिफेंस सिस्टम खरीदा है रशिया से, अभी आधा आया है, आधा आया भी नहीं है, और इंडिया ने कहा कि नहीं भाई हम रशिया से ही खरीदेंगे और हमने ले लिया है और हमें पूरा लेना है. अभी तक यूएस ने इंडिया पे कोई सैंक्शंस नहीं लगाए हैं कैटसा वाले, और प्रॉबेबली नहीं लगाएंगे, बट दिस डिस्कशन इज इन द ऑफिंग. इन द ऑफिंग मतलब अभी होने वाला है. समथिंग इज इन द ऑफिंग मीन्स about to occur, ठीक है. So this CAT-alyst sanction का waiver is about to be discussed in these meetings, जो 2+2 meetings होंगी वॉशिंगटन में. The US is also keen to squeeze Russia on the multilateral stage. So US wants to pressurize Russia with proposals to exclude it from the G20 summit this year and suspend it from the Human Rights Council. G20 summit इंडिया में होने वाली है शायद, if I'm not mistaken. अब वहां से रशिया को एक्सक्लूड करने की कोशिश करेंगे, इंडिया क्या करेगा? So here are issues that it will be very sticky for India. While the government cannot be faulted for its refusal to bow to external pressures, so government should not be said that it is wrong. Government is right when it is not bowing to external pressures. It must consider, we have to pay attention to this, the importance of remaining flexible on what its stand both at the UN and in bilateral conversations is going to be. So we have to be very firm about what stand we are taking, given the ground situation in Ukraine, because the ground situation in Ukraine is terrible right now. Reports of gross human rights violation blamed on the Russian army could change the complexion of the war. So Russian army बहुत सारा human rights violation supposedly कर रहा है, and that could change the design, the structure, the color of the war. And India's call for an independent inquiry into the allegations is an important intervention. So India has asked for an independent inquiry into these allegations of human rights violation. So India ने already बोल दिया कि भाई ये करो independent investigation. So that is an important intervention, right? We have intervened in a very good way. In addition, the US and the EU are likely to tighten economic sanctions. So economic sanctions बढ़ेंगे, as the current restrictions have not made Russia reconsider its course. So अभी तक जितने restrictions किए हैं, Russia is not budging. With Russia unlikely to relinquish areas of eastern Ukraine, so Russia is not giving up eastern Ukraine, and its western rivals not likely to let up their countermeasures, New Delhi must realize that its value to the two sides will last while it remains uncommitted to either side. So Delhi is important only so long as it remains sitting on the fence. Remember, that's a very beautiful idiom. If you're sitting on the fence, you have not taken sides with either party. That is why Delhi is valuable to the world right now. This will require having a keen eye on rapid developments in the theater of war. So we must have a very keen eye on what is happening, an ear on what partners on both sides plan next. So we must be very watchful. We must keep an eye out for, or an ear out for, what's happening on both sides, and the ability to keep its mind open on where India's responsibilities as a global democracy and a truly non-aligned power lie. So we need to understand our responsibilities also. What a lovely passage, guys. This was from yesterday's Hindu. I am sure you might have read it. If you haven't, do go back to the Hindu and read it. This was a beautiful article. India's role as a non-aligned country, as a global democracy, we have a big role to play. So are we going to, walk the talk? That's the important issue. हम कहते हैं कि हम डेमोक्रेसी हैं, हम नॉन अलाइंड हैं, क्या हम सच में हैं? It's time to walk the talk, guys. Walk the talk का मतलब होता है जो कहा है वो करके दिखाओ. Alright, what is the main idea of the passage? Let's take a look. India plays important role in Ukraine crisis. China and US want India to mediate. World affairs are irrelevant to us. India needs to fulfill its strategic goals. What is the correct answer? Good morning, everyone. Archit, Yogesh, Sudha, Shubham, Harsh, Satun, Shubham, Arman, Sharanya, Priya, Amrita, Dheeraj, Ajay, Anjali, Adit, Rohit, Amandeep, Om, Avinash, Rohit, Sonam, Aditya, Neeraj, Rishav. ओके ऋषभ, थैंक यू फॉर रिमाइंडिंग मी. मेरे दिमाग से उतर गया था कि G20 समिट कहाँ पे हो रही है. मुझे ऐसा याद आ रहा था कि इंडिया में होने वाली है. तो करेक्ट, नेक्स्ट ईयर होगी इंडिया में. ओ धीरज, सैडली 38 वॉचिंग एंड ओनली 16 लाइक्स. भाई लाइक तो कर दो. आंसर्स आने लगे हैं. लाइक्स भी आने लगते तो मैं थोड़ी खुश हो जाती. Guys, I'm such a this thing ना. I ask you for likes every time. दे दो भाई, दे दो. Morning Naveen, Swayashi. Good morning Srinivas. बिल्कुल हेल्प करेगा अरमान, इसीलिए तो करती हूँ. रोज बैठ करके एक पैसेज उठाना, उस पे 5 क्वेश्चन बनाना, रोज सुबह ब्रेकफास्ट के टाइम पे उठ करके यहाँ आना और ये सेशन लेना, सिर्फ इसलिए करती हूँ. एवरी डे विदाउट फेल इसलिए करती हूँ कि ये हेल्प करेगा. बहुत लोगों को हेल्प करता है. ऑलराइट, करेक्ट आंसर है India needs to fulfill its strategic goals. Are we talking of our strategic goals? Not really. World affairs are irrelevant to us. Not at all. We are very much in the center of the storm. China की बात ही नहीं करी थी, so no. So the correct answer, boys and girls, yes, you got it absolutely right, that India plays an important role in the Ukraine-Russia crisis. We may be the people who can turn the complexion of the war around. So that's what the correct answer is. A, I think a lot of you have got this right. Wonderful, good job, guys. Alright, which of the following can be inferred? India has no role to play in the Ukraine crisis. India will soon be at crossroads where it will need to decide its loyalties. India received many dignitaries recently, and US and India are slated to have important meetings soon. Come on, guys. कौन सा infer कर सकते हैं? हम भी खुश हो जाते हैं अरमान. 35 people watching, 35 likes. अब देखो मैं कितनी खुश हुई. खुशी का कोई ठिकाना नहीं है. There is nothing that's stopping my happiness today, guys. ओ लो, 35 watching, 36 likes. यही तो खुशी है. Alright, फटाफट बताओ क्या होगा. So US and India are slated to have important meetings soon is mentioned in the passage. So this is a mentioned fact, cannot be an inference. India received many dignitaries recently was mentioned in the passage, very clearly mentioned fact, cannot be my inference. India will soon be at crossroads where it will need to decide its loyalties. Oh, this appears to be the right answer. India has no role to play is incorrect. So this is incorrect according to the passage, absolutely. So cannot be inferred at all. Yes, that India will soon be at that crossroad where it may just have to decide its loyalty, whether it wants to go with Russia, whether it wants to go with the Western world, what does it want to do? Because our role will only be relevant, will only be important, so long as we appear to be neutral to both sides. So yes, we will soon be at that crossroad where we may just have to decide our loyalties. Therefore, correct answer B. I do think a lot of you did get B as the correct answer, right? Oh, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining in and thank you for hitting the like button. Guys, I hope तुम सबको पता चल गया है कि हमारा इंटरमीडिएट VRC का बैच स्टार्ट हो गया है. कल स्टार्ट किया है, कल पहली क्लास थी, आज से ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. जितनी जल्दी ज्वाइन करोगे उतना अच्छा रहेगा. टाइमिंग वही है 8 PM to 9 PM. Alright, describe the tone of the author about India. तो author की tone क्या है इंडिया के बारे में? इंडिया के बारे में, okay. 40 days into the war in Ukraine, India's role appears to be more relevant than other countries may have expected. Evident from the stream of dignitaries from overseas over the past 2 weeks. Are we being factual? Are we being laudatory? Are we being condescending? Are we being acerbic? तो इंडिया के बारे में ऑथर का क्या रोल है वो बताना है गाइस. I've started getting my answer. Okay, now 40 days into the war in Ukraine, India's role appears to be more relevant than other countries may have expected. So this is where India is mentioned. दूसरे कंट्रीज की एक्सपेक्टेशन से काफी ज्यादा रेलेवेंट रोल है इंडिया का. ठीक है, ओके. अपीयर करता है, ऐसा है नहीं पता है. वी डोंट नो इफ इट इज, वी ओनली नो इट अपीयर्स टू बी गाइस. सो देयरफॉर फैक्चुअल नहीं हो सकता है. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दिस. फैक्चुअल होने के लिए इट हैज टू बी. But when the writer says it appears to be more relevant, then the writer is just giving you his opinion. Okay. Therefore, it can't be factual. Can it be condescending? India's role is terrible. No. Acerbic? No. So, what is the correct answer? Laudatory. Okay, we are saying that, oh, India has a better role than we expected, than the rest of the world expected. That means India is important. That means India is doing something right. So, therefore, the tone for this part of the passage, in fact, in the entire passage, if you read it, the author's tone towards India is very full of respect, right? He is saying that India is doing the right thing. Okay, so इसलिए काफी हद तक laudatory. Okay. All right. So B will be the correct answer. I know some of you marked A factual, but look at it. Appears to be more relevant. So this appears says it's the writer's opinion. All right. What is the missing word? Let's take a look. So it is likely that the US will make another attempt to dash the government of its chosen course. ये है हमारा clue. कि आंसर क्या होना चाहिए उसके लिए. When Mr. Jaishankar and Defense Minister Rajnath Singh visit Washington for the 2+2 meetings, where a possible waiver of CAT sanctions against India for the purchase of Russian S-400 systems will also be discussed. Is the correct word identify, veer, agree, or delayed? Acerbic means very bitter. You understand the word caustic? That's exactly what acerbic is. Okay. Condescending means look down at someone, treat someone as inferior. No. The entire passage is the writer's opinion only, Arman. Right? Aditya, sorry. So, of course, it is the writer's opinion, but how is he portraying it? That's important. Okay. Yes, ACACR is the root word for bitter. Absolutely bitter. Correct. The US will make another attempt to move the government of its chosen course. तो course यानी रास्ता, path. तो अपने path से हटाने की कोशिश करेगा US. So identify नहीं हो सकता, agree नहीं हो सकता, delayed नहीं हो सकता, veer होगा. Veer मतलब to move slightly to the left or slightly to the right. So if you're going like this, okay, and suddenly you move this way, you have veered off course. मतलब आप रास्ते से हट गए हैं. हम सीधे चल रहे थे, ये है to be on the course, और ये जाते जाते ऐसे हो जाए ना, veer off the course हो गया. तो रास्ता ऐसे जा रहा है, आप मुड़ गए. ठीक है, तो यूएस यही ट्राई करेगा, ये जो बायलेटरल मीटिंग्स होंगी, कि इंडिया विल बी वियर्ड ऑफ द कोर्स, एंड दैट्स धीरज, दैट्स वेरी फनी, नो वरीज. ऑलराइट गाइस, हियर्स योर शेड्यूल. आज जो जीके की क्विज है गाइस, वो शाम को होगी, बिकॉज आई हैव अ वर्कशॉप टू अटेंड इन द मॉर्निंग. सो द जीके क्विज विल हैपन एट 6:30 PM टुडे. ओके, फॉर दिस नेक्स्ट एंटायर वीक ये जो आपके फ्री सेशंस होते हैं वो शाम को 6:30 बजे होंगे. ठीक है, तो आप 12 की जगह 6:30 PM पे वी विल मीट. मैंने अभी सेशन लिंक्स भेजे नहीं हैं, सो आई विल सेंड द शेड्यूल टू यू इन सम टाइम. ओके, also guys, remember to hit like, share, subscribe and the bell icon, and also remember to use Abhicat Live to subscribe to Unacademy and get a 10% off. अभी कल जिसने सब्सक्रिप्शन लिया, थैंक यू टू यू माय डियर चाइल्ड फॉर यूजिंग माय रेफरल कोड. मैं बताऊं सबसे मजा क्या आता है? सबसे मजा आता है कि जब आपके पास वो मैसेज आता है ना, टिंग, somebody has subscribed using Abhicat Live. वो जो हैप्पीनेस होती है, हाँ मेरा सब्सक्रिप्शन हुआ, दैट हैप्पीनेस इज बियॉन्ड कंपैरिजन. सो वो हैप्पीनेस मिल जाती है जब आप सब्सक्राइब करते हो यूजिंग Abhicat Live. सो गाइज, डू make sure that when you're subscribing, or when some of your friends or families are subscribing, they should use my referral code. चाहे IIT JEE हो, UPSC हो, बैंक PO हो, SSC हो, CAT हो, CLAT हो, प्रोडक्ट कुछ भी हो सकता है, पढ़ाई कुछ भी हो सकती है, रेफरल कोड यही रहेगा. ठीक है, get your 10% off. Thank you everybody, have a nice day. I will see you today in the evening. तो 5 बजे, 6:30 बजे और 8 बजे ये हमारा शेड्यूल रहेगा. Bye bye you guys.